Hi, this is Ananya, your story guide. Welcome back to the FUNNEST YouTube channel. I'm so thrilled to be here with you again, and I hope you're as excited as I am. It feels like it's only been a few days since we last shared a story, and I couldn't wait to share another one with you. Did you miss me? Because I missed you a lot. Before I guide you through today's story, I want to share something special, a very Happy New Year to all of you. I'm so excited to start this new year together with all of you. Now, before we step into today's story, I've got a quick question for you. Did you make any New Year's resolutions? If yes, I'd love to hear about them. Drop your resolutions in the comments below and let's inspire each other. You know, every story has its own mystery, its own lesson. Some stories are spooky, some are heartwarming, and some leave you questioning the things you can't see. Today's story is called The Midnight Knock. It's a tale of fear, secrets, and the haunting power of the truth. Imagine this. What would you do if strange knocks echoed through your door at midnight, night after night, with no one in sight? What if those knocks weren't just a prank but a message you couldn't ignore? That's exactly what happens to the Wilson family when they move into a quiet countryside house. But this house hides a dark secret, and the knocks, they carry a weight that no one can escape. So, what's really behind the midnight knocks? And will they ever stop? Let's step into today's mysterious story, The Midnight Knock.
The Wilson family had just moved to a remote countryside house miles away from the nearest neighbor. It was the kind of place where silence stretched endlessly, broken only by the rustling of leaves or the distant howl of a wolf. The first knock came 3 nights after they moved in. At exactly midnight, a loud knock, knock, knock echoed through the house. Startled, James Wilson rushed to the door. But when he opened it, no one was there. Just the cold night air and the vast, empty darkness beyond. Probably the wind, James muttered, though unease crept into his voice. His wife, Clara, wasn't convinced. Their 10-year-old daughter, Lily, clung to her mother, her wide eyes filled with fear. The next night, it happened again. 3 sharp knocks at the same time. Midnight. This time James waited by the door, determined to catch the culprit. But when he flung it open, there was nothing. No footprints in the dirt. No sign of movement. Just the oppressive silence of the night. By the 3rd night, the family was on edge. Clara suggested they call the police, but James refused. "It's just kids playing a prank," he insisted, though his clenched fists betrayed his nerves. But the knocks didn't stop. Every night, the same pattern. 3 knocks, exactly at midnight. And then, strange things began to happen. The lights flickered, shadows moved in corners where no one stood. Whispered voices echoed through the halls, saying things they couldn't quite make out. Lily was the first to notice the whispers weren't random. One night, she trembled as she told her parents, "It's saying, tell the truth." James sat silently, his head bowed, as memories of that fateful day clawed at his mind. A heated argument, a reckless push, and the weight of guilt that lingered endlessly within him. That night, James stood by the door at midnight. When the 3 knocks came, he didn't open it. Instead, he spoke, his voice trembling. "Thomas, if it's you, I'm sorry. I was wrong. I was a coward. I should have helped you. I should have faced the consequences. Please forgive me." The house fell silent. For the first time in nights, the whispers stopped. The air grew still, almost peaceful, and when James opened the door, there was no one there. Just a single white lily. James reached out to Thomas's family, confessed his past, and did everything he could to make amends. Thomas's family was silent for a moment, but then there was a glimmer of understanding in their eyes. They saw the sincerity in James's apology, and though their grief was deep, they forgave him. As James walked away from the past, the golden sunlight around him mirrored the peace within. A man finally free, heading toward a future filled with love, hope, and family. Bathed in the warm light of a new day, the Wilson family stood united, ready for a fresh start. Together, they walked toward the horizon, filled with hope and the promise of a brighter future. This miserable incident, which once haunted them, taught them that running away from mistakes doesn't make them go away. It's always better to be honest, tell the truth, and say sorry. That's how we find peace and make things right.
What a story, right? It really shows us how powerful the truth can be. The Wilson family learned that running away from mistakes doesn't make them go away. Instead, it's always better to face them head on, be honest, and say sorry when we've hurt someone. That's how we find peace and make things right in the end. What do you think? Would you have been brave enough to confess like James? Or do you think the knocks were something else entirely? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And if you have any suggestions or ideas for future stories, drop those too. Who knows, your idea might be the next story I share. Hey, and if you don't know what resolutions to take for this new year, how about taking the resolution to be honest, just as we learned from this story? It's just my opinion though. All resolutions are up to you. And don't forget to comment your resolutions in the comment box. I'd love to see what you've planned for this year. If you liked today's story and my story guiding, don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps me out and lets others enjoy these tales too. And hey, if you know someone who'd enjoy this mysterious tale, go ahead and share it with them. The more, the merrier. Remember to subscribe to FUNNEST and ring the bell icon so you never miss another adventure. I've got plenty more stories ready for you. Thank you for joining me today. Until next time, take care and always remember, the truth will find its way to you. And once again, I wish all of you very special Happy New Year wishes. See you soon. Bye for now.